Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Writing Show Music for Battery Percussion series. This is episode 11, and today we're going to be continuing our work with the worst ballad ever. But instead of writing for a beginning level drum line with what I call drum set style parts, we're now going to write for what I think to be a standard college drum line is. So, okay, so there's basically two things you can do. You can either do something like this, or if you want it to be a little bit more involved, you can replace those first three eighth notes with eighth, two sets of 16th notes, which is what I'm going to do here. Okay, and then we're going to repeat it throughout the bar. All right. Let's see. So normally I wouldn't accent beat one, but everybody else in the band is accented, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to accent all of beat four. Okay, there we go. All right, now for the tenors, you can certainly copy this rhythm around the drums if you like. I'm going to do something just a tiny bit different. And I'm going to start them off with a double stop. And then I will copy the rhythm around the drums, just to give a little bit more impact to this first beat right here. Okay. All right. Why do I keep missing that one? All right, so bass drums. We'll do something like that. Now this will be a tiny bit challenging. So if it is too much for what your situation is, you could absolutely just do something like this. But I'm not writing for anyone in particular today, so we'll just keep it. Dang it! I did it again. Okay. So let's see. Cymbals, let's just do two half notes, or in this case, dotted half notes. There we go. All right, and then maybe I'll write this part first. So in the band, we've got a forte piano build, 3 enda, 4 enda, 1. So I'll do something a little bit close to that. We are going to write for split cymbals today, just because my college line in particular has a lot of cymbals, so we write split parts wherever we can. We'll do a crescendo here from like mezzo piano. Yeah, mezzo piano sounds fine. Up to fortissimo. So we're not going to accent these three crashes, but we will accent the one that actually goes at fortissimo. Oh, here's just some notes I wrote before I started talking. You can read those, pause them if you want. I'm actually going to delete them. But yeah, there you go. Just take a second and read that. And, oh, hello. What have I done? There we go. All right, now they're gone. Fantastic. We're doing this absolutely 100% live, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see if I can make this crescendo look any bit better. Okay, fine. Okay, so now for the snare drums. Oops. Okay. And then I think we'll just kind of hit this home. Okay, now here's another kind of rhythm that I like to do in 12/8. It will be it will be challenging, but if you can teach it effectively and play it, this is a really cool thing to hear from the drum line. You'll hear it when we do the recording. But all right, so I'm gonna put some diddles here. We're gonna accent, and then accent all of beat 4, and then we're going to go from piano to fortissimo with a crescendo. And then I'm also, for this one, I'm gonna dictate that I want the snare drums to go from the edge to the center, ending at the center on beat 4. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to transpose all of this onto the tenors. So hopefully editing Robbie will take all of this out. Yeah, so I'm going to add accents there to that just to make this crescendo a little bit more impactful. All right, now for the bass drums, we're not going to do anything really crazy. I'm just going to do a dotted quarter note and then maybe some full beat right here, and then we'll mirror the rhythm. Oops, in this beat 4. Okay, we are also going to start at piano and go to fortissimo. I'm going to start it on beat 2 because I don't want this beat to be piano. It's kind of hard to see, but I put the piano over the second note in the snare and tenor because I want the first note to still be at fortissimo. So anyway, let's see, crescendo. Awesome. Okay, so now we've got a basically 2 measure break where the band is doing nothing and we are to bring the band to the next phrase. So yeah, I'll show you my next kind of go-to pattern here for 12/8. It's kind of a variation of this, but you know, everything in life is just a variation of something else. You know, that was very insightful. I feel very enlightened by saying that. Okay, so this is my other patterns. You know, 8th, 16th, 16th, 8th, and then business as usual. Let's see that. And then I'll accent all of these. Very good. Now I want this note to be at fortissimo and this note to be forte. Okay. All right, so now in the tenors, apparently I'm going to write 1 measure per instrument today. That's okay. Whatever gets the music written. Let's see. In my notes, I had some crossovers in here for this measure, but I don't really want to do that. I don't really like writing crossovers in slow tempos. I don't know. With slow tempos, you really have to be careful about writing stuff that doesn't make the time ambiguous, or that is quite frankly too much for the tempo. I think this is at 76. Oh yeah, it's an alluring 76, not a sultry 76 like the other one was. But you really have to be careful about writing things that don't take up enough space or that take up too much space. So we're going to try and find a happy medium here. Okay, very good. So now we accent these as well. Okay. And I'll kind of just mirror it in the bass drums. And then I can do this and this. Very good. Using that copy and paste tool to its fullest extent. Okay. All right, so now forte here and here. And then we're going to do a choked crash here. And I got to be very careful to write the rests in a certain way. Because if I don't, finale will make it look absolutely ridiculous. You might see that later. But yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to do some roll stuff. Because we haven't done enough rolls yet. Because we are a college drum line. Yep. And then a crush buzz on beat 3. If I can find it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we'll do some tap 5s, which is basically a tap before a 5-stroke roll. I don't know why I keep missing the first accent when I group stuff together, but we'll soldier on. All right, let's see. I think I want to do another forte piano crescendo type thing. So we'll do that. We will not move to the edge because it's such a short amount of time. But yeah, okay. So let's see. I'm going to do another transposition thing here. Okay. So there's my measure in the tenors, transposed in all of its glory. Then, why not just copy this? Yeah, see, there you go. There's finale making things look really ridiculous. But we'll fix it. It's fine. Let's see. Unison hits. And then we'll do a triplet split down the drums. Because they are going to be the next thing that happens. All right. Very good. We will not crescendo. Well, maybe we'll crescendo. Yeah, we'll crescendo the bass drum. But we won't start at piano. We'll start at mezzo piano. And we'll go to fortissimo. Crescendo. And then one last thing, we're going to decrescendo here because this next phrase is not going to be at fortissimo. It's going to be at like mezzo forte or something like that. Okay, so here's our first 4 bars for everything except cymbals. Let's see. I think we're going to do this as well. And then we might as well do that with a dotted half rest after everything's said and done. All right, very good. So let's see, add accents. Very good. We will not, we won't crescendo anything in the cymbals. Let's see, but now that I think about it, I really want these to be at fortissimo as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So now in this video, I think we'll get, we're not going to write this whole chart in one thing because we're already 17 minutes in, but I think for this video, we'll get up to, we'll get through a couple more measures and then I'll kind of call it quits whenever I become too lazy. But anyway, so now we're in the verse or whatever, so that whenever I'm in the quote unquote verse of a chart, I usually like to go to soloistic writing. So that's what we're going to do here. Now in my notes, I've got when you're doing soloistic writing, pick a theme and stick to it. So I better do that, or else I will be a hypocrite. So we're gonna pick our theme. I think I want to do something with duple rhythms. because I know I want to do something with duple rhythms down the road, but we're going to foreshadow that here. So anyway, what I mean by duple rhythms is basically we're in a compound time signature here, so the pulses divide into groups of 3. Duple rhythms mean that we're going to take the pulses and go back to groups of 2. So the way that we do that is basically, if you want to have a straight 8th note in a compound time signature, all you do is just write dotted 8th notes, and they sound exactly like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So my theme for my soloistic stuff is there's going to be one beat that we have 1 and instead of 1 and So that, yeah, let's do that. All right, so bass is first, tenors second, snare drums third. All right. So actually we'll write the cymbal part first because it's the easiest one. It's just going to be hi-hats and then sizzles. There we go. Now if you want to, you can play around with the cymbal part, make it more complicated. That's certainly up to you. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to write something relatively simple. So we'll mezzo forte. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna mirror the melody rhythm right there, and then we're gonna start doing some garbage. Okay. So then we'll do some 16th note triplets. And notice I haven't skipped any drums. I'm still sticking to that, you know, when one drum plays, the next drum up or down plays, but no skipping. Because, again, it has to be sight readable. So anyway, all right, so here is my beat of duple right there. And you don't have to keep it on the same beat for each instrument, but there it is. Okay. So let's see. We're at forte or mezzo forte here, even though I haven't done that yet. So we will crescendo up to forte, and then decrescendo down once we get out of those 8th notes, and we'll crescendo. We'll do the whole 2 beats before. Okay, there we go. Now let's add our mezzo forte marking. Awesome. All right, so let's see. I don't want anything in the tenors or the snares here. Let's see if I can copy this without finale making it look ridiculous. Of course I can. All right, there we go. Yeah, I really, really like finale, but sometimes it just doesn't like me back. Okay. All right, so yeah, there's your bass drum solo. And then let's see if I can copy all of the measure without it looking ridiculous. Oh, I can. Well, there you go. All right, so next is the tenors. All right. So let's see. No lead in for the tenors here. We're just going to start cold right on measure, whatever measured number this is. We're going to do, I'm going to work on some scrape vocabulary. For those of you who don't know what a scrape is, it's a double stroke that is moved between 2 drums. I'll show you what it is in a second. Actually, I want that. I want a left hand. Yeah, we'll do a scrape right now, actually. So on these 2 16th notes, basically the sticking is going to be left, and we're going to move from this drum to this drum. So anyway. All right, so now I'll do something. Oh, good Lord. I'm going to accent the first beat of this group of 16th notes and the last beat of the group of 16th notes. And it's going to sound kind of cool. Okay, we'll also accent the first beat for good measure. So now we'll do another roll. Now we'll do a right-handed scrape. Very good. Okay, nope, not that accent, this accent. So diddles here and one diddle here. There we go. And then our duple rhythm we're going to put as a muted rim shot on drum 4. Actually, no, we'll not. We won't do that. We'll do one rim shot on drum 4 and then a both-handed rim shot on drums 1 and 2. Okay, and then we'll make finale will make the rest of the measure look really bad. Oh yeah, it's because I didn't add the dot. Okay, then we're just going to simply get out of the solo here and let's see, dry crush buzz. There we go. And we'll go to piano. We're going to be at 4. Well, we did 4. Where is it? We did forte here. So we'll do forte here as well. Mezzo forte. And then decrescendo. So this is my theme. You know, basically, you know, we got 2 dotted 8th notes, then a triplet, and then a crush buzz. So we'll see if we continue that with the snare drum. I'm just going to clean up this measure real quick. Very good. Okay, so now here in the snare drums, we are going to have a lead in on beat 4, but it's just going to be some 16th notes. We're going to start them at piano and crescendo up to mezzo forte. Very good. All right, so I think we'll start this one off with a roll. Then we'll copy this, because I'm pretty sure that copying and pasting uses less buttons here, but we'll I guess see. Then we'll do a 9-let, because we haven't done enough 9-lets on this channel. Or, well, you know what I could do instead of a 9-let? I could just do it as 3 triplets in the 16th notes. Since I already did that in the bass drums, we'll do that instead of a 9-let. But it's the same thing, because it's 9 beats, or 9 pulses divided over 1 beat. So it's essentially a 9-let, just in a different wrapper. Okay, let's see. So we will accent the first beat of this, and then tenuto accent the other big beats of the triplet. That's a staccato marking, not a tenuto marking. Okay, it was the E hotkey, not the S hotkey. Okay. And then we'll do our dotted 8th note thing here. And we'll elongate it. We'll do a forte piano. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I think I want to do this instead of just regular 8th notes there. I think that'll be really good. Then we got accent roll here, then a piano up to, we'll do forte again, and then crescendo. Very strange noise coming from my. I'm in a hotel right now recording this video. Hopefully this noise. I think it's my fridge making the noise that is going on in the background, but hopefully that does not ruin the video quality. I will be very upset if I have to record this again. Okay, let's see. So no basses or tenors here as well. So all we will do now is just copy and paste the cymbals, and that will be it. All right, so I'm going to export these couple measures, and we'll listen to it. And thanks for sticking with me through my fridge freaking out. I will see you in the next one.